This is Shelley Craft coming to you live on SNNLive. We're at the Sprott Natural Resource Symposium, Vancouver 2014. I have James Anderson. Can I call you Jim?
Absolutely.
Oh, good. From NuLegacy Gold. It's a publicly traded company. The symbols are NULGF on the OTC markets and NUG on the TSX Venture. Welcome to SNNLive.
Thanks very much, Shelley. It's a pleasure to be here.
Jim, it's good to have you. Let's get right into it. Give me an overview on NuLegacy.
NuLegacy Gold it's a publicly traded company. We're a gold explorer. We've got a gold project where we've got an option with Barrick Gold right in the heart of the Cortez Trend in Nevada, which is arguably the best place to find a gold mine anywhere on the planet.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, this Cortez Trend has some very big relatives in the neighborhood. What are some of those company names, and maybe the audience will recognize them?
Sure. Really, it's Barrick Gold Mining. That's the they've got the lion's share of the ground and the production in this area. Barrick's production from their Cortez operations was 1.4 million ounces of gold last year. So just to put that in perspective, that's about 20% of the largest gold mining company in the world. So the three big deposits here, which are called Pipeline, Cortez Hills, and now the new Gold Rush deposit, these are the crown jewels in Barrick's gold mining operations.
And where do you sit in relationship to that?
Our project it's an option agreement with Barrick. We're tied on just to the southeast of these three big deposits that I've mentioned. So from where our deposit, from where we're drilling right now and where our gold deposit is, which is called Iceberg, we're about 5 miles from our property, from our deposit to the Gold Rush deposit. And each of these deposits is about 5 miles from one another. There's a real periodicity between those deposits.
So let me ask you a question, and I want to be fair. You're a small, emerging growth company. Why does American Barrick know, and I mean, I call it American Barrick, that's showing my age. Barrick, why would Barrick want to do business with you?
I still call it American Barrick from time to time as well. That's the older name for the company. There's really three reasons why Barrick did this deal with us. Number one is we negotiated this agreement in 2009, signed it in 2010. People forget, the financial memories are very short, but in 2009, gold had dropped from $1,100 an ounce to about $680 an ounce. Even the big gold mining companies were looking around saying, well, gosh, what are we going to do? Thing two is the fact that the Gold Rush deposit that I mentioned earlier, which now has 15 million ounces of gold, just 4 short years ago, that deposit only had 2.5 million ounces. And it was really in 2010 that Barrick figured out controls of mineralization and where to drill on that project. They've now spent about $100 million on that property, developing this resource up to 15 million ounces. So it's unlikely that if we tried to do this deal with Barrick today, that they would acquiesce to do that. And then number three, which arguably is the most important, our chief operating officer, our head geologist, Dr. Roger Steiniger, he discovered the original mega deposit in this trend called Pipeline about 25 years ago. And if we didn't have Roger associated with the company, it's unlikely that Barrick would have done this deal with us.
So you're in the friendly confines of Nevada, right?
That's right.
Okay, so are you in the hills? You on the flats? I mean, what kind of how easy it is to get to the property and move things around?
Sure. Okay. Well, just for your listeners' benefit, let me just talk about Nevada for a second as a gold mining jurisdiction. There's a lot of gold that's mined in Nevada. If Nevada was its own country, it would be the 6th largest gold mining country in the world. So there's a lot of gold mined there. Our particular project is particularly well located. We're only about a 15-minute drive over gravel roads, county gravel roads, to Blacktop, where you can drive about 45 minutes and be in the beautiful small city of Elko, Nevada.
I've been there. I've eaten in their one restaurant.
They've got two restaurants there now.
Oh, they're expanding.
That's right.
What's your background?
I was in the financial business here in Vancouver for about 20 years. I was in the brokerage business, and this is the type of small mining company that I financed and invested in and traded in for all of my career. So I like to think that I know the component parts of one of these small exploration companies that needs to be in place for it to be successful.
You know, it's important to have an experienced CEO running a publicly traded company. Let me tell you, everything you hear at this conference regarding that always reeks of you got to have good, strong management. You probably, with the financial background and with Steiniger as your COO, who are some of the other people you may have involved in the company?
Yeah, our chairman is a gentleman by the name of Albert Matter. Albert and I are good friends, and we've been doing business together for 20 years. One of the things that we worked on together a number of years ago was the predecessor of Alamos Gold. Alamos has become very, very successful. It produced 150,000 ounces of gold last year, and the stock price, although it's $10 or $11 today, it was as high as 20, and when we were working on it, it was 25 cents. So you can get tremendous upside on these little junior exploration stocks. Somebody else that's involved with the company, Alex Davidson. Alex just joined our advisory team in the fall, but Alex is a superstar in this industry. He was he's Barrick's ex-head of global exploration, and he's Barrick's ex-head of corporate development. And you don't get a guy with both of those titles very often. And frankly, it's one thing for me to think that we've got a chance at the next giant deposit in the Cortez, but for Alex Davidson to think so as well, in the industry, that has a lot more weight.
All right, Jim, for our audience, let's give them the website.
Yeah, go to www.NuLegacy.com, and NuLegacy is spelled N-U-Legacy, like the new age.
Like the new age, ladies and gentlemen. Jim Anderson, James Jim Anderson, NuLegacy Gold. It's a publicly traded company. I'm going to give you the symbols. NULGF on the OTC markets, NUG on the TSX Venture. I'm Shelley Kraft. This is SNNLive, and we're coming to you live from the Sprott Natural Resource Symposium here in Vancouver, 2014. Thanks again for coming on, Jim.
Thanks very much for the opportunity, Shelley.
Anytime.